angel number 803. Motivate others. Consistence is a symbol given by angel number 803. This is the ability to maintain a certain rate of production. Full video is already posted. I thank God my name was on the wake up list. Favor always near. God, thank you for the blessings I have. In every moment, your love I gladly grasp. For the joy and the peace that fill my days, I lift my heart in grateful praise. For the laughter shared and the simple things, for the comfort and the hope your presence brings, every gift and grace, seen and unseen. I thank you, Father, for all that's been. In every blessing, your love is revealed. With a thankful heart, my spirit is healed. Your abundance fills my life with light. I cherish your gifts both day and night. God, thank you for the blessings I have. In every moment, your love I gladly grasp. For the joy and the peace that fill my days, I lift my heart in grateful praise. For the laughter shared and the simple things, for the comfort and the hope your presence brings. New York Tarot for today, Monday, March 3rd, 2025, the day of design. The Empress. Love changes everything. The Delhi Decadence. If you're hungry, this city is for you. Hawking shores of spicy meats from streets, carts in 600 plus languages. Sandwich boarding, it's extra special for more than 20,000 restaurants. Spilling its to-go goodies from heaping shelves at all-night bodegas. When we meet the Empress, we're invited to partake of life's moreness, softening substances out of the sensual experience of being alive. When we work with this card, we're being asked to explore what it might mean to just have at. What it might mean to have at. Have at your command. Just a little bit more of life's bottomless brunch. It is a reminder that there is a form of nourishment in every moment and that we have the right to partake of it. The Empress's arrival could be a reminder of the sweetness you've been resisting in a partnership because your plate has grown accustomed to obsessing over only the spice or sour parts. Or It could be a call to pay attention to a situation that seems empty and hopeless, because there may be some secret snack still available within it that can serve your spirit. The deli of your life is open 24 hours, and while the grill may be closed at 3 a.m., there's always a frosted bun or a bag of chips that wants to power you up with pleasure until the next day. what where does fullness exist in my life right now? What's my relationship to this moreness? And what am I available to take in? What is the central inventory of my current situation? The taste, smell, sights, and sounds that are an offer. What would just feel good? The concrete jungle of this card. Explore the Empress through environments that are fertile and flooded with sensation, noticing what's fully saturated with color and scent. In New York City, revel in the olfactory plenty of the Brooklyn and Bronx botanical gardens. Enjoy extra helpings from Indian buffets and dim sum carts. Embrace the excess of the Diker Heights Christmas lights display and sidle up to the perfume counter at Fifth Avenue department store. Great. Rising. The time is 9:23 a.m. When you see this, look it up. The message there. I don't know right now, but when I listen back, I'll go back to it. I am in what energy of today? Let's go ahead and do my soul card. How about that? I didn't want to. We're going to wait because I'm still reading the New York Tarot. What energy I'm in. And let's get a better screen. There. It says I am in my tower energy. Let's go back to the Empress. Love changes everything. In the tarot deck, there is both an emperor and an empress. The difference between them is that the empress rules her dominion in a more feminine way. She is the mother of the nation. Her approach is to look after and care for her subjects as if they were her own children. She is both compassionate and forgiving. She believes that the way to get the most out of people is to nurture and care for them, and that this is the only responsible way for anyone to in authority to behave. The Empress urges us to look at our own lives and the way we treat the people around us. Do we always act with compassion and understanding? This card asks us also to extend compassion to ourselves. for which many can be the hardest lesson to take from this card. The Empress. The prediction of this card is becoming a kinder person. The Empress in this position suggests there will be greater compassion and understanding. This may be coming after a period of difficulties for you, which you have left you tired and undernourished. Welcome in this kindness and generosity you deserve. And don't forget to be kind and generous to others too. When the Empress turns up, it is often to remind us that taking time out to act in a considerate way is an important part of life. Giving love to yourself and or others will make you feel more fulfilled and alive and could even be quite transformative. The Empress, the guidance. Consider other people. If you want to bring peace to yourself and to those around you, you need to act as the Empress does, with compassion and understanding. If you find yourself in a situation where you feel frustrated by those around you, just remember you don't need to change anyone. Just learn to love them and watch them change before your eyes. This love especially applies to yourself. Learn how to treat yourself with compassion, and you too can be transformed. The Empress. The problem. Support needed. The Empress suggests you or someone around you felt the need for compassion. Perhaps you or that person faced a difficulty and were in need of support. Or perhaps you were simply not treating yourself as well as you could have been. Hopefully, you can now see that although compassion may not always have make a problem go away, it will invariably make it easier to bear. I am she. Shimp says, Wafant Atun, the mistress of Atun, the Vogue High Priestess 10 is in her wake up call tower moment. The meaning of the tower is a simple but sometimes unsettled one. It stands for dramatic upheaval and change. The card depicts a scene of devastation where a tower is brought crashing down by a fork of lightning, representing a sudden dramatic reversal in fortune. For those who don't like change, this card will not be welcome, as sometimes change does not give us time to adapt, but can be abrupt and come without warning. However, sometimes that's just what we need to be shaken up or given a wake up call. Although it may not seem so as it's happening, it is time like these that can be most beneficial to us. The Tower. The prediction. Big changes ahead. The presence of the tower suggests you will find powerful and positive changes. Before this happens, you may be able to sense a stagnant feeling in the air, like the kind you feel just before a storm breaks. If the storm does break, then welcome it. If not, see what you can do to make big changes yourself. You shouldn't expect an easy ride when the tower appears, but bear in mind how much more peaceful the world seems after the storm. The Tower. The guidance of this card is be prepared for changes. The tower advises you to be prepared for and welcome dramatic changes in your circumstances. Much of our human suffering comes from a resistance to change, which is unfortunate as change is the only certainty in life. If you can be adaptable and try to see the positive side to change, you will be much more likely to find inner peace. When the necessary changes have occurred, you can look back on this experience and see the lessons learned. Hopefully, through making the greatest use of these lessons, any future changes will be that little bit easier to deal with. The tower. The problem, shaken up by changes. The presence of the tower in this position suggests you may have undergone an upheaval or reversal of fortune. Things may be more settled now, but at these at the time, this may have shaken you up a lot. Perhaps you have been seeing this event as a negative thing, even though it may have brought many positive changes in your current circumstances or outlook. Looking back on this experience in an honest and balanced way can reveal the lessons learned. Hopefully, through incorporating these lessons, any future changes will be that little bit easier to deal with. The Tower, New York Tarot, the parachute jump. While the parachute jump ride may now be officially defunct, its ongoing function as a fluorescent boardwalk beacon and backdrop for celebratory fireworks is proof of a city whose charge cannot be stopped. Likewise, despite its reputation for large-scale destruction, the Tower card wants to keep us lit and moving towards more life, waking us up to the sheer vitality that exists in each mojo-rich moment. Whenever we work with this card, we're asked to come alive to all the forces at play in our situation and to embrace the notion that we don't always have to be in charge of them. Often, the tower comes calling when we feel like something's been unleashed that's beyond our conscious control. But this card never makes its move out of malice. Instead, it's just a reminder of life's inherent heat. Sometimes we'll make strategic moves that'll power us towards the next place, and other times we'll get moved when we have the right to exercise our free will, and so does everyone else. What are all the forces unfolding in my life right now? Which of these do I feel like I'm consciously contributing to, and which feels like they're outside my conscious control? Where am I being asked to release the need to understand what's happening and just let live? The concrete jungle. Explore the tower by feeling into the strong forces that are present in your life, whether it's letting yourself burst forth with a big emotion or noticing energy that's generated during a functional movement. In NYC, observe how bodies and motions negotiate the shared sidewalk. Come alive to the oral combat of diverse street sounds competing for primacy, or witness the creative destruction present at a building construction site or adaptive refuse of a historical structure. The bottom card. The final card I wish to read is the bottom card of my shuffle. It is the Ace of Swords, And that is the truth. The Ace of Swords, New York City Tarot, the subway system. The just before daybreak stillness as the subway station awaits the rush. For a few magical moments, the system seems almost empty, poised for love at the very first swipe. The aces are of their element, pure and simple, and asks us to turn to face them with an open spirit. In the sword suit, we stand before the blank page and strip ourselves of expectation, like a flutter of wind from the fool's full-on existentialism. Existentialism. This card asks us to embrace more of life's what ifs. This could mean a pause where you let someone answer before you rush to respond, or attending to a pinprick of possibility and watching it grow into a portal, or cultivating willingness to ask a question and handle the reverb of whatever the reveal. Our spirit's handheld fan, this ace, wants us to bring on the breeze of a beginner's mind. Where can I release expectation and open to possibility instead? The street signs, notice how many times you fill in the blank, whether it's someone else's sentence or an imagined outcome, and leave some space instead. In New York City, watch streets and subway platforms getting swept and power washed during the wee hours. Not today. The Ace of Swords. The pen is mightier than the sword. The Ace of Swords represents our ability to fight life's battles, not with might, but with reason, truth, and justice. There are many stories of heroes overcoming great obstacles and winning through to greater inner strength, outer justice, or higher truth. Seeing our lives in this way deepens its meaning and gives us a sense of purpose. Most of us do not recognize our potential to follow this path or are too scared to even face the first hurdle. But could we see the true value of human beings, we would not hesitate to lift the sword which strikes at injustice. The Ace of Swords. Prediction. An empowering challenge presenting an opportunity to grow. The Ace of Swords in this position suggests you will face an empowering challenge. Tackling its problem with all your resources will enable you to grow as a person. The situation may be an ongoing one or it may be a new test for you. Either way, you will benefit from seeing the problem as an opportunity to grow, to gain strength and demonstrate courage, as it may require you to locate greater inner resources. You may find that your understanding of problems will change as a result of this change in attitude, and thus your approach to life's battles will become much healthier and more rewarding. The Ace of Swords, guidance. Fight for what's right. The Ace of Swords in this position asks you to become conscious of the times when you turn away from problems in your life. Be brave and see these problems as challenges. Try also to see yourself as not only capable of handling them, but of doing this with confidence and penchant, using the Excalibur of the Ace of Swords to tackle them. In you may right a wrong or establish a more ethical framework for your map of the world. Have courage and be persistent, and you will overcome not only current issues but many more hurdles to come. The Ace of Swords. The problem stalled at a difficult hurdle. The Ace of Swords in this position suggests you may have stalled at a difficult hurdle. You may therefore have felt unable to complete something you set out to do. Perhaps you felt you lacked the resources to deal with the issue or that it was too big for you. This may have left you holding some frustration, perhaps expressing life as a nagging feeling of something not being right. Those are the energies. Take it how it resonates. We'll be back. Hmm. Should I do my soul card now? No, I'll end it and come back for my soul card after I post my Facebook memories.